Will Ben Fulbright tell the police?
I don't think so, no. He was leaving that to me.
But if we can't be sure, then...
Well, I can't be, can I?
There's a key to my apartment taped onto my car. Please, darling. The only thing that's keeping us apart is in that bedroom. It's already destroyed one life. Why should it destroy two more?
Go to hell, Fulbright. Go to hell.
Your name is Rita Connors.
Yeah, that's right. Rita the Beta.
And you have been charged with assault occasioning grievous bodily harm and are to be held on remand until the time set for your trial. Is that correct?
Sounded good to me. I especially
Yes
like
or
the
no?
Yeah. Sure.
Right, Connors, empty your pockets on the counter. Hurry up.
Anything you say, Governor.
Miss Ferguson, and I do not appreciate people who waste my time.
One used snot rag, $1.20 in small change, one a slash of socks. He left her behind one night, silly bugger.
Get on with it.
Couple of chain links for me Harley. Won't be needing them in here, eh?
Come on, get on with it. The belt, too. Is that all?
Not unless you want to try scraping me tats off.
Listen, one more remark out of turn from you and you will spend your first 24 hours in here in solitary, understood?
There's nothing wrong with a bit of a laugh, is there, Miss Ferguson? Everything all right?
Nothing I can't handle. I'll have the jacket now.
Oh, sorry, comes with the furniture.
Not with those chains, it doesn't. Hand over the jacket.
Hang on, I'm on remand. I thought that meant I was supposed to keep my own clothes.
Other prisoners could get hold of that jacket and use the chains as weapons.
Any
now,
of them
don't
so
waste
much
any...
as touches it, they won't know what hit them. They probably couldn't stand the pong anyway.
Come on, I haven't got all day. Hand it over.
I'm trying to tell you. The chains ain't no weapon. It goes with me and me bike.
Either you give us the jacket or we take it off you forcibly. Now, what's it to be?
I think I can solve this.
Hey, what do you think to...
Now, you can wear the filthy rag as often as you like.
You shouldn't have done that.
You wouldn't be threatening me, would you, Connors?
Now, why would I threaten a nice person like you?
We won't tolerate insolence. Remember that, will you?
Sign that. Now, get over there. Righto, you. Step on the line.
Heidi, hi.
What?
Heidi, hi.
Your name is Barbara Cox, and you have been charged with... It's got to be a mistake here. Surely that can't be right.
Is this correct?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how'd it go? Good as offered me the key to the front door. Fantastic.
Hey, on the level, you're really getting out?
Well, I still got to see Reno, but the shrink seemed like it was all set. So they finally opened their eyes.
Yeah, and they still can't see past their noses.
Yeah. Thanks for helping me, Nora. Julie. Well, and the rest of you.
Hey, what are you going to do, Red? You still got that dough stashed away, haven't you?
From a robbery.
Nah, what an old man left behind from a lifetime of lucky guesses on the stock exchange.
Hey, you could go travelling or something. You know, one of them world discovery...
Hey, yeah. I always wanted to go to that Disneyland place. Oh, what's so funny about wanting to go to Disneyland?
There's no way I'm blowing it on something like that.
Thought I might buy a bit of property, make the money work for me.
Sounds like you got it all worked out. Too right. Getting out of this dump for good. And I'm going to make up for every second I lost home.
There you are, Connors. Get used to it. You're going to be here for quite a while.
I haven't been tried yet, remember?
Oh, I don't think there's much doubt about that, is there? Unless the courts have changed their minds about bikies who go around bashing up innocent people.
Served her right. No one stuffs the conquerors around and gets away with it.
Oh, the conquerors. Real little rat pack, aren't you? Well, you're on your own now. Haven't got your mates in here to help you when you get into trouble.
All for one and one for all. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
There's the rules. Read them and make sure you stick to
I've
them.
been inside before, you know.
I don't like troublemakers, Connors. You push me and I'll come down on you like a ton of bricks.
That's so.
Yeah, because I can recognise scum when I see it. And right now, I'm staring it in the face.
That's funny. So am I. Real snappy little uniform you got there, Miss Ferguson. Which reminds me, I still owe you for pulling the stripes off mine.
Wasn't too clever. I could have you thrown in the pound for assaulting an officer.
Without a mark on you, you'll know when you're being assaulted.
Get your bed made and your things put away. I'll be back in 10 minutes to check.
Miss Ferguson, what's the chances of me working in with the girls? I'm not the shy, retiring type, if you know what I mean.
Wouldn't have thought you were the working type either.
I'd like a bit of company. Are you going to ask the governor, or am I going to have to do it myself?
Well, I still reckon them motorbikes must have had something to do with it.
Oh, wake up, Luge. They don't stick bikers in jail, you know. They ship them off to Devil's Island somewhere out of the way.
I suppose they do, but...
No, fair dinks.
Rev, there's confidence and there's aggro. Aggro will land you back inside.
Oh, no, wait. When I get out of here, I'm out for good.
But the book says the more you assert yourself, the more likely you are to revert to your old self.
I don't care what the book says, and I'm sick of you and you telling me how to run my life.
Especially with this screwball paperback psychology.
Oh, you sounded more like your old self every minute, Kane. I tried to tell you, didn't I, Flynn? But you were too busy lapping up her hard luck story.
I am not like that, and I'm sick of people trying to tell me I am. Look, just because I'm getting a bit more confident doesn't mean that I'm going to start
Killing people again?
Shut up! All we're trying to do is point out what can happen. Drop it, will you?
What's up you?
Oh, nothing a trip to Blackmore wouldn't fix.
What is going on in here? You causing trouble again, Kelly?
I'm just trying to get rid of it, Mrs. B.
Anything to do with you, Keane?
Oh, the hell it is. You're as bad as the rest of them, always trying to get at me for my past record.
That is not true at all.
Oh, sure. I know the thinking. She hurt Ferguson's father, so we screw her into the ground. That's it, isn't it?
It certainly is not. Any more of that sort of talk and you'll be on a charge.
She doesn't mean what she's saying. It's the strain of the past few weeks. Right, Reb?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's get some work done, shall we? The bell went over 5 minutes ago.
You don't call that a bite, do you? Hey, where do you think you're going?
Sorry, I thought you were busy.
Just riding me Harley. Well, sort of, in me mind. Fantasizing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's a Harley?
It's me bike. Harley. Harley Davidson, you know? Never even dared you bum on the back of one, have you? What's your name, anyway?
Eve. Eve Wilder.
Rita. Rita the Beater, they call me. Grab a pew. Going mad cooped up in here by myself.
Oh, thanks anyway. I was...
I'm not going to bite your head off. It's too pretty for that. You're a real model type, aren't you?
I really do have
Oh, you don't have to worry about me, darling. I'm into blokes in a big way. That's what's going to kill me about this place. No bike and no blokes. I mean, it's bloody criminal. How's a red-blooded Aussie Sheila supposed to go 5 years without a fella, eh?
But you're only on remand, aren't you?
Yeah, we try. I've got a hope of getting off, though.
What did you do?
First timer, right? You don't know the rules about asking someone what they've done.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
Hell, I never believed in any of that crap anyway. Better to be up front, I always reckon. I beat up a chick who I caught sleeping with my fella. Me ex-fella, Slasher. I mean, I wouldn't have minded, except the bitch was hanging around with the bloody screamers. Oh, jeez. 1 minute he's out rumbling against the buggers, the next minute he's got one of their moles in the cot with him. I mean, you can't have it both ways. You're either a conqueror or you're not.
Is this your club, the Conquerors?
Yeah, too right. Hey, tell us about King Kong. You know, the one who looks like she eats little kids for breakfast.
Oh, you mean Miss Ferguson.
Yeah. I reckon she looks like she plays fullback for Collingwood.
They call her the Freak. She spends most of her time making things hard for us.
So that's the Freak.
Hey, do you know about her?
Reputation stretches from here to Bendigo. Did a couple of stints in country prisons. Girls up there reckon she's pretty rough.
Well, they're not far wrong.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon she just likes to push her weight around.
Oh, Wilder, your lawyer's here to see you. Go to the security gates and Mrs. Barry will take you through.
Hope he does some good for you.
Connors, you've been given permission to work in the laundry. Come with me.
Hey, maybe Collins and Beecham tried to to New Zealand.
Got it mixed up with Tasmania.
Can't you change the record? You've been at it all morning.
Yeah, they're probably miles away by now anyway. Oh, yeah, then put your money where your beak is, egg brain.
5 to 1, they don't last more than a week.
You're not top dog yet, so don't try and push bets down people's throats.
Yeah, we'll give him headaches by yapping all day. Hey, Lurch, turn up the radio real loud.
I can't. You busted it, remember?
Yeah, and I'll start busting something else you do.
Well, who brung you?
Hey, you're the one they just brought in.
What's your name? Is anyone home?
You're not being too cooperative, sweetheart.
Naughty, naughty. Bye-bye.
That's all we need. Another dizzy dame off of the ferry.
What's she for? Maybe rent her hard as a Cupid doll for a mascot, eh?
Hey, you don't reckon she's the one that all that noise was about?
Ladies, I'd like you to meet Rita Connors. She's on remand, but she's volunteered for work duties. I'll leave the introductions to you, Flynn.
Well, don't mind if I do. Connors, eh? Name's Lou Kelly. Fair enough.
Well, you going to introduce me around or not?
Hey, my name's Alice.
Yeah, we call her Lurch after that show on the telly.
I'm Julie Egbert.
G'day, Julie. Lurch, eh? You must be Flynn.
Nora.
Top dog?
Yeah, that's right. That's Rev Keane. Betsy Patterson.
Hi. Where'd you get the jacket? Which barky you nicked it off?
Looking at the owner right here.
Yeah, you were barky, eh?
Was till they threw me in here. Not having me bike's like having me right arm cut off.
See, I told ya.
Must be a few horses power in this thing. How about I start working here? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, fine. I'll be outside if you need me, Mr. Adams.
Thank you, Mrs. Barry. Miss Wilder, I have some papers here that I'd like you to...
The mattress, did you manage to dump it? Oh, God.
Thank goodness Mrs. Barry didn't see my hands. They're shaking like leaves.
Well, you've got rid of the only evidence there is. Now they can't convict me.
I just want to get the ride, kids, but it's only a single-seater.
Hey, watch out for the corner coming up!
Oh, geez, all of you hats, kids. Oh, geez, thanks for the warning, kiddo. Nearly came a cropper there.
Yeah, it must be exciting to ride on a real one.
Oh, don't remind me.
The nearest I got was on the back of a tractor. I wouldn't get too energetic. Some of the screws don't appreciate a bit of fun.
Do you always ride behind the same bloke?
I don't ride behind anyone.
Don't get me wrong, it's just that most chicks don't ride their own bikes.
This one does. Just between you and me. He used to run rings around most of the blokes, too. Except Slasher, maybe.
Hey, come on, Red, you're missing all the action.
Yeah, I'd rather get on with it, thanks.
She always that friendly?
Well, she's got a bee in her bonnet. Now she's getting out. She reckons we're below her.
Oh, I know what I'd like below me. 1100 cc's of hot, throbbing bike.
I can always use the dryer, eh?
Maybe that's not as stupid as it sounds. Come on, baby, get it.
All the time, I kept asking myself if what I was doing was right. I mean, deliberately disposing of the mattress.
David, you saved my whole life from being ruined. Our lives, doesn't that make it right?
Oh, Eve, I could never have done anything else, you know that. I'd better go. Mrs. Barry will get suspicious if we stay too long.
David, believe in what you're doing. Believe in us.
I do. Very much.
David, wait.
What is it?
All finished, I see.
I think so. Was there something else, Miss Wilder?
No, nothing. You can wait.
I'll be back for you as soon as I've seen Mr. Adams out.
You mean you laid him out with no one there to help you?
Well, I wasn't going to wait around for the rest of them, was I? Someone does the wrong thing by you, do something about it.
Hey, was it him who dropped you in?
Nah, Slash can be a stupid bugger sometimes, but he knows when he's wrong. It was that chick he was with. Didn't appreciate the way I gave her 3 broken ribs and a busted jaw.
Bloody hell, eh?
She deserved it. Boasted how she used to get him to do it with his club jacket on. That really got up my nose.
So what did you do? Pick him off one at a time, eh?
No way. I got on me Harley and smashed right through the back door. I rode straight into the bedroom. Scared the hell out of them. You should have seen the look on Slash's face. Poor buggy was just standing there with his pants down. He didn't know what had hit him. Oh, my God. What's that? Someone cried.
Sorry, I was just laughing.
You need a tune-up, sister.
What's going on here? You're put in here to work, Connors, not to distract everyone else.
I was just showing her how we do things, Miss Ferguson.
Is that so, Flynn? Well, we do not slack off around here just because the courts decide to dump more of their garbage on us. Now, come on, the quotas are going down every day. Do something about it. It's your responsibility.
Can't expect much from a stand-in, can we?
Look, thanks for covering, but I can handle problems like Ferguson by myself.
Yeah, I reckon you can. Come on, Wilder. Back to your cell.
I think we need to talk.
There's nothing to talk about. Your interview's over. I'm taking you back to your cell.
Oh, come on, you must have heard something.
Well, it's quite clear that you're guilty, if that's what you mean, and that your solicitor is an accomplice.
What's happened to him?
The governor will decide on appropriate action against both of you the minute I make my report. You can be sure of that.
You mean you haven't spoken to her yet?
Oh, no, but I will. The minute she returns. Now, let's get a move on.
What are you doing here, Cox? You were told not to wander. Well, are you going to answer me or not? Cox, if you have not been assigned work duties, you are supposed to stay within the recreational areas. Had you read your rule book, you would know that.
Naughty, naughty.
Naughty, naughty Miss Ferguson. All right, Cox. Seeing that you are no mental giant, I will show you one more time where those areas are. And you will stay within those areas, or you will be on a charge.
You're a bit slow, aren't you, Keen?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Morris. Can't seem to get my mind into gear after that session with Dr. Weiss.
Well, on with your work.
He didn't say anything, did he, when he was leaving?
If and when he says anything, you should not be told. Now, I'll be back this way. Keen, I think you can expect to hear some good news.
Thanks.
What have you done?
Mrs. Barry said she'd be back for me once she'd taken Mr. Adams to reception. I heard her lock the door, and that's the last I saw of her.
Did you hear any sounds outside the door when she was due back? The sound of a scuffle or an argument, anything at all?
No, I'd... Wait, there was something now you mention it. It sounded like a voice.
Who?
Well, I can't be sure, but it sounded like... I want to tell you, Mrs. Reynolds, for Mrs. Barry's sake, but I can't. It'd be lagging.
An officer has been very badly injured. She may even die. Now, if you heard something, I want to know about it.
I did hear a voice. It sounded like Reb Keen's. I only heard it because their voices were raised. They must have been quarrelling or something.
See.
When Mrs. Barry didn't come back, I started to panic. I couldn't bear being in that small room, and that's when Mrs. Slattery came and told me what had happened. I don't understand. Reb was so sure she was going to get out.
Yes. Thanks, Pat. The ambulance has just left.
How could anyone do that to her? She wouldn't hurt a soul.
Perhaps King can help answer some of those questions for us.
Well, she'll be all right.
Well, we'll know more when we get her into surgery. But I'm afraid it's a very serious injury.
Please don't die, Josie, please.
Look, this can't be happening to me. Why won't you believe me?
So far, you haven't given us any reason to. Mrs. Morris saw you quite clearly.
No, she's got it wrong. Look, I just found Mrs. Barry like that. Well, there must have been someone else. Or
Did
maybe
you see anyone in the corridor or pass anyone?
No, but but Mrs. Reynolds, you know what I've been through. I've got a chance to get out now. Well, why would I blow it? It doesn't make any sense.
And you've no idea where Mrs. Barry's keys are.
No, you've already searched me and I haven't got them.
Perhaps you hid them.
Oh, I wouldn't have had time to. Oh, Mrs. Morris, please. I swear I didn't do it.
All right, Keane, you'll be taken to solitary until we're finished investigating.
Oh, no! Oh, no, you can't lock me up!
Keane,
Oh, please! Mrs. Reynolds, you've got to believe me! No! No!
I don't know what to think. I mean, I'm almost inclined to believe her.
Well, she certainly hasn't got the keys. Only a cell search will prove whether she hid them.
Do you think she passed them on to someone?
Accomplice, you mean? Oh, I don't know. You would have seen if there'd been someone else in the corridors.
I'm not sure. No, you want all the cells searched.
We've got no choice. And check out the women, see who hasn't got an alibi. Somewhere in this prison's a full set of keys, and we have got to find them.
It's all so crazy. I mean, what was Joyce doing there in the first place when she should have been in administration?
If we knew that, we'd know where the keys are.
Stay here till you're told you can leave.
But why? I didn't have anything to do with it.
There's to be a cell search. We haven't got time to go chasing stray dogs.
Could I go out for just a minute? I really have to go to the toilet.
I've already said no, so stop wasting my time.
I'd give you a hand if I knew what you was looking for.
Get out of my way, Kelly. One more whisper out of you and you will be on a charge.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, the place is clean.
Well, there's nothing over here.
He knows it's gonna die. It's not fair.
Oh, you can read, Pot.
It's busted in half. He's gonna die. No, not me, please, Miss Ferguson.
This is a cell search, Graham.
No, but they're afraid of strangers. Can I do it?
Don't you think we could let her do it
We were told to conduct a full search, and that is what I'm doing.
No, you'll kill them!
Get out of my way, or you're on a charge for assault.
I'm just going to love working with this character.
Hey, Collins, you've been using this to get yourself into shape, hey?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Too bad it didn't work.
I'll kill him.
Count to 10, dear. Remember our parole.
Here we are, then. A nice hot cup of tea.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Oh, Tar, haven't you got anything stronger?
Well, I do have some cocoa.
Nah, this will do.
Good. I'll get us all some nice fruitcake then. It's been such a long time since May and I have had the opportunity to entertain, hasn't it, dear?
I might give your bike a real workout. Okay, May?
Oh, of course.
I don't think he likes you.
Well, the feeling's mutual.
What about Turner?
Look at him. He's supposed to be an electronics expert. My guess is he'll run at the first sign of trouble.
Doesn't look good, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. All right, let's get down to business.
Sure. Tell us how you did it in the olden days.
Now, look, kid. I put up with a lot because you're still wet behind the ears. But I give the orders. When you've done as many jobs as I have, you give the orders.
Talk's cheap, Collins.
Is it? Well, in that case, you're flat broke. Now, let's get some work done.
Sure, let's see you put up or shut up.
I don't have to carry a gun or anything, do I?
No, love, that's just in the movies. Now, look, there are alarms on the entrances, exits, here, here, and here.
But I was told all I'd have to handle was the exhibits alarms.
They don't panic. You've got combination sonar, light beams, and weighted systems to worry about. Now, look, if you blow it, we're all gone. Sonny and I will get to the security alarm system and short it long enough to let you in. Now, any questions so far?
When I have, I'll let you know.
You do that.
You said a full cell search, no exceptions.
Don't try to use my own words against me. There are ways of dealing with prisoners, and you know it. Nothing will convince me that it was necessary to tear her plants to shreds.
I was doing my job, nothing more.
And because of that, Sister Hall had to sedate the girl.
It's unfortunate, I agree.
It'll
but
be more than
nevertheless,
unfortunate if the women decide to make an issue of it. Personally, I don't think you can afford to be the cause of any more unrest.
And I can't let my work be influenced
If Graham had attacked you to save those plants, do you understand what would have happened to her chances of release?
It'll only prove that she's not fit to be let out. Frankly, I would have thought that your main concern was the missing keys. Now, they must be somewhere in this prison.
Everything seems to be in order in there. Can I start putting my makeup away?
Yep. You'll have to remake your bed when I've searched it.
Oh, it's just left me with an awful feeling. Poor Mrs. Barry, I hope she'll be all right.
Yeah, me too.
Don't you worry about getting attacked yourself, you know, in this sort of job?
Excuse me?
Sorry. I seem to be getting in your way wherever I go. What about your husband? Doesn't he worry about you?
I'm divorced.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not. Now, look, Wilder, without enough officers to go about all these cell searches, this is difficult enough. By rights, you could call the whole thing illegal for the lack of another officer present.
Why would I want to do that? I've got nothing to hide.
Well, that's as maybe. But I'm just trying to get this whole thing over and done with as quickly and painlessly as possible, so I'd appreciate it if you'd cut the chat.
Right, I'm sorry.
That looks to be about it. Oh, the body search. Since you were locked in the interview room the whole time, there really doesn't seem to be much point in that. You can go back to the recreation room now if you want.
Thanks.
And what about the work areas?
No, we searched those too. Nothing.
And the women?
Nobody knows a thing. I mean, if Keane did have those keys, they'd have to be in Kelly and Graham's cell.
And they weren't, so we're back to square one. Unless she hid them somewhere else.
No, I mean, why would she leave Joyce lying on the floor, run away and hide the keys, and then come back to her? Besides, the more I think about it, the more uneasy I become.
Why?
It's Keane. Now, she was bending over Joyce. If she had the keys, why was she there? Unless, of course,
Unless she found Joyce exactly the way she said she
Well,
did.
perhaps she was trying to help her. It makes more sense than anything else.
Arguing with Joyce.
There's no reason to attack her like that. I mean, if it was Joan, I could understand.
I could understand a collaboration against Joan. But I honestly don't think Keane would get any support from the women for attacking Joyce.
Only Kelly didn't have an alibi. That'd make more
has.
sense.
The only suspect we've got is Keane, and she's looking less likely every minute.
Hey, Dev. Slat says we don't have to go back to work because it's nearly time for the bell. You want to watch Wonderworld till tea?
No, I just want to stay here on my bed.
But what about the mess? I mean, I don't mind helping you clean it up, but I'm not going to do it all on my own. There you go.
They're all dead, Lou. She killed them.
This one's not dead. It's just a psycho-ceramic.
What?
A crackpot. You get it, Dev. It's a joke. It's a crackpot.
Oh, no, I really loved her.
Hey, something, huh?
You got eyes, haven't you?
She's really upset.
Yeah, well, don't look at me. You know, sometimes it helps just to talk about it.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, I know. I heard Ferguson smashed up all your little mates. She likes to make people bloody miserable, doesn't she?
Yeah. Who are you?
Rita. Rita Connors. I just came in this Arvo. You were in the print shop or something.
Yeah? Oh, I thought I didn't know you.
Yeah, well, we fixed that up, haven't we?
Yeah, I guess so.
Look at these little fellas, will you? I reckon they don't know what had them. Did you faint when the freak came in?
Oh, see, they'd be real scared, but... See, that's Ivy, and she used to stand next to Phil, but now Phil's dead.
But Ivy's not dead. No, there's this one. What's her name?
Oh, that one's called Willie. I called her after a mate of mine who escaped. Do you think this one's really going to be okay?
Well, I reckon you're going to have to nurse her and the others. After all, they've had a terrible shock.
Yeah. Oh, I can nurse them. I'm real good at it.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. Don't worry. They'll make it.
Oh, what's going on?
Go on, tell her, Eve. I can't go through it again. When I think of poor Mrs. Barry.
What do you mean? It was Red Keane that smashed her skull in.
Yeah. Still feeling sorry for her, are you?
What's the story?
It's the truth. I wish it wasn't. If Mrs. Barry...
If Mrs. Barry dies, she'll be held responsible, Flynn.
Yeah, you've been bending over backwards helping her.
Yeah. Maybe you wanted her to hurt old Four Eyes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just about as crazy as having you as a top dog. When you start nursing lame dogs, you better make sure they're not killers, Flynn.
She was just trying to help her.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, help the killer screw, didn't
And what about us? We're probably going to have the cops on our backs all night.
Yeah, I reckon they'll charge you as an accessory.
How would I know what Reb would do?
You are supposed to know because you are top dog.
Yeah, too bad you didn't act like one.
Yeah. Maybe it's time we had a change. Right now.
Yeah, come on.
Anytime you want me out, just say so.
But think carefully what you're letting yourselves in for.
She's running scared. Well, what are we waiting for?
Right, everybody know what they're doing?
Yes. I'm still a bit nervous, though.
That's a healthy sign, love. Look, this is a big job and there's no good pretending there aren't risks. Anyone who wasn't nervous would be an idiot, so don't worry about it.
I don't get nerves. I just want to get going. I feel the buzz.
Just prove my point.
Hey, make sure you're not late, Granny.
Oh, I'll be there. You make sure you are.
No worries.
And Sonny,
Yeah.
leave your ego at home, eh? We don't want any dead weight.
I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
Don't give me your voice of doom routine. I just don't need it.
I'm merely trying to be cautious, that's all. You know you won't get any help from Turner, and Shaw's just as likely to shoot you in the back if it means glory for him.
Oh, don't be daft. You've been watching too much telly. All right, he's got a big mouth, but he knows what he's talking about.
You are worried, though, I can tell.
Of course I am. I meant what I said about nerves being healthy. I just wish we had a bit more time to plan, that's all.
Oh, your timing's terrible. They've only just left. You could have been spotted.
Don't worry, I've been waiting and watching. I saw him leave. How'd you go?
Okay. Shaw's gone off to case the gallery, and I'm supposed to meet him in an hour.
Okay, I won't hold you up then. But watch him, May. He's a nasty piece of work.
You see? Oh, I can feel one of my premonitions about this. Call it off, please.
We can't. It has to be tonight.
May's right. The exhibition finishes tomorrow. This is the only chance they got. You sure you can do it?
I just wish we'd had a bit more time to plan it, but we'll make it.
Yeah, sure you will. Something that might help.
You little beauty.
Let me see.
Oh, you wouldn't understand, love.
It's instructions for deactivating the alarm. Shaw's going to think May's a genius.
It'll certainly make things simpler.
Oh, one more thing. We've had the alarm simplified. We had our guy in this afternoon.
What about the gallery people?
Oh, as far as they're concerned, it's just extra security.
Thanks.
Right. Well, I'll be going. Oh, if I don't see it tonight, good luck.
Yeah. We'll need it.
I wish we never got mixed up in this stupid plan. Life wasn't so bad at Wentworth.
I wanted to help the women. I wanted to do it for Myra.
And you have. All right, you didn't win them all. Nobody does.
No, I didn't. Maybe I didn't try hard enough. Come on, let's eat.
Hey, Flynn, I reckon you're just about to lose your appetite.
Get out of my way, Kelly. Oh, that's not nice.
No, not after we rushed over here to tell you the news.
What news?
We just had ourselves a little election.
Yeah. Guess who's the new top dog?
Well, aren't you going to congratulate me? From now on, I'm calling the shots.
In a moment. Won't hurt you to wait. Quiet.
Hey, Move must be pretty upset about Mrs. Beer.
Yeah, she's at the hospital now.
Who's Move? Her husband. Almost. He and Mrs. Beer got a real hot thing going. He's a cook, you see.
Which is why the hold-up.
Yeah, must be, huh?
I just told them that their little mates would be okay if I looked after them properly. And then I talked to them just to get their minds off it, you know?
Do you really think that'll help?
Oh, yeah.
You'll talk them to death and then you'll be up the herbicide, Dad. What? Oh, it's a joke, Joyce.
God, you can be tasteless.
What are you so snooty about today?
Hold on to your hats, kids. Here comes Twinkle Toes.
Heidi Hine. She's a friend of yours.
Me? Do me a favour.
Well, you arrived together, didn't you?
All we did was share a ride, courtesy of the pigs. Can't work out whether she's a fruitcake or just a dumb blonde.
Well, she must have told you something.
No, tried 3 of my best jokes on her. She just sat there staring.
Wonder what she did, huh?
Escaped from a toy shop, probably.
Sorry about the delay.
What have we got?
Hey, getting a bit ahead of yourself there, eh? We were here first.
Yeah, all around here, the top dog goes to the top of the queue.
I said we were here first.
Well, I don't mind waiting, Lou.
Yeah, well, I do, so why don't you
Drinking,
shove over?
Kelly? What are you two up to? Not pushing in, I hope?
Just came for a chat, didn't you?
Yeah, well, save that for the rec room. Back to the end of the line, both of you.
Naughty, naughty.
Shove it.
Oh.
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, I'm sorry. I must have drifted off.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest? I'm sure the doctors have everything under control.
No, I have to stay. She's been in there for hours. Do you think she's all right? I mean, they tell me if anything went wrong.
I'd say no news is good news. Look, I'll stay for a while. Why don't you get up and take a walk? Stretch your legs.
No, I have to be near her. No, I've been thinking a lot this afternoon about Wentworth and how lucky I was to meet Joyce, I mean. How many good things have happened in my life. Meeting her was so wonderful. I never forget the siege when I was so terrified that something would happen to her. It's when I realized how much I loved her. I was so happy when I knew she was all right.
Oh, Mervyn, I'm sure she'll be fine.
I hope so. I might be selfish, but I don't know how I'll manage if she doesn't make it. My God, what's happened?
Yeah, well, if Slattery hadn't have turned up, I would have shown her who's who around here.
So what are you going to do? She's pretty tough.
Look, I've been lining this up for too long to have it blown by some bloody bikie mole.
Yeah? Well, from what I saw, you're not going to have much choice.
Rap off, Patterson.
What do you reckon, Lurch? You going to take the first swing?
I told you to bugger off.
It's a free prison. I'll go where I bloody well like.
Bugger off, it's my prison. And if I say bugger off, you bugger off.
Yeah. Well, I didn't vote you in, so I don't have to take no notice of you. Not unless you prove you've got what it takes.
You're forgetting one thing, Patterson. I got voted in fair and square. And you cross me and I'll make you wish you never got here.
You play it real tough, don't you? But what are you going to do if Rita crosses you? Which football team are you going to hire? I hear her nickname's Rita the Beater. And I can't think of anything that rhymes with Lou. Except maybe Pooh.
Oh! It's a pity your brain isn't as big as your mouth, Patterson. Might keep you from getting out of your depth.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Teach me how to dog paddle?
Cut the crap! I want to hear you tell me who's top dog. Like you mean it.
Look, lay off, Lou.
Who's top dog? And if you want your arm back in one piece, you better give me the answer I want to hear.
You are!
That wasn't so hard. Just make sure you don't forget it.
For the moment.
Connors, eh? That's all we bloody need.
So what are we going to do?
Teach her a lesson she won't forget.
Flashlight. Here it is. Hope it's working.
Oh, for God's sake, Willie, put it in the bag. Bloody balaclavas, I hate them. They itch. Right, well, I think that's it.
Where the plans? Have you got the plans?
Willie, cut it out. You're just making me feel worse.
I'm just trying to help.
I know, love. Look, I'm all set. The flashlight works. The ropes are fine. I've got all my gear. Now, please don't waste any more time. I don't want to give that Shaw an excuse to have a go at me.
I just wish you weren't going. Or I wish I was coming with you.
Well, no offence, love, but I'm glad you're not. Well, you'll have plenty to do when Cooper brings the stuff
Yes,
back.
I know. I just wish I was going with you.
Look, I'll be back before you know it.
Here.
What is it?
Soft egg sandwiches.
You're joking.
Well, I thought you might get home. I suppose I've done it all wrong again.
No, no. It's a lovely thought. Thanks. Well, this is it.
Oh, no. No, you take care of yourself, May Collins.
You too, love.
I'll wait up.
It's funny. I could have sworn this was my cell.
Yeah, well, since you're so big on manners, we've come to teach you some.
I don't think there's a single thing you could teach me, Kelly.
You reckon? Well, we're going to teach you how to treat a top dog for start.
I don't care what you call yourself. You stay out of my way. You mess with me again and I swear it'll be the last thing you ever do. Got it?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too.